This off-grid wilderness trapline series documents a 3-month trapping season in the North Maine Woods from our off-grid cabin. This documentary is for educational purposes only. All right, this is second check on my western line. I have a northern, a southern, and a western trap line out right now. I do not have an eastern line out. Don't ask me why, it's just how it laid out. I washed my beard this morning, so I can't tell what I've been eating all week. I did taste, I had a little bit of peanut butter and jelly in there from like Wednesday, I think, or 3 days ago. I said, it's probably time to wash that thing. So I got a good washing on the beard. Today, I'm gonna move a bunch of traps. I have, what do I have? 3, 6, 9. I have 9 sets in the back and a couple weasel boxes. I don't count those. Those are just stuff I throw in. So I have 9 in the back that I'm moving from yesterday. I'm probably gonna pick up another 9 today. And there's a spot that I scouted last week. It's pretty far away to the north and northwest that I really want to get a line set up. So today, as I check, if I have duds or if I have ones I don't feel great about, and then also there's a couple trappers near me now that I just don't want to have a trap 30, 40 feet away from somebody else. It's not why I come up here, and I know I have the best long distance call scent in the woods right now, and I just don't want to call in for those guys. You know, if I call something in from a quarter mile away and it comes to my scent but sees their box first and gets in their box, then, you know, I just don't like that. I could be the most competitive trapper in the world and I could win in that competition, but I just don't feel like digging in. You know, I'd much rather find new territory and cover new water, as they say in the fishing world. That's the plan for today, guys. Hopefully we stack a little bit of fur. Conditions today, we got mid-20s. We had 24 degrees, and the wind is blowing like a sieve. She's blowing straight sideways on us. 30 miles an hour, 20 to 30 mile an hour all day, sustained with 40 mile an hour gusts. So got the chainsaw in the back, probably be cutting some trees off some roads today, and hopefully none fall on me while I'm in the woods. All right, first check of the morning. Let's see if it works out like yesterday. I got thinking yesterday when I made that first catch, and then I had a super dry spell. What would you guys rather do? Catch, if you were only gonna catch one in a day, would you rather catch one on your first check or your last check? This one, we're not gonna catch one on any check. Still got bait. Got a little dusting. Some pretty good elevations here where I'm trapping. The camp's probably at about 2,000 feet, and then we go higher from there. So we'll run into some various patches that have snow and some that don't. Like nothing here. Kind of want to pull this box because I caught a marten here, but it's such a good fisher spot. New tracks coming into near one of my traps that aren't frozen. It's got me wondering now. There's my set. It's shitty. Yeah, there's some boot prints going in to check that trap that aren't mine. I don't like that. Looks pretty fresh too. It's smaller than mine. That's got me thinking. Alright, I like this spot for Fisher and like a marten travel way, but I'm really on the fence if I should leave it or not, or find a better spot for it. I guess if I'm going to keep coming down this road, I probably ought to have a trap here. Adam, my green boxes are not crushing it. I really want to see how those Belle Isles snap a decent fur. Oh, that was awesome, guys. I don't know if you can see it in the rear view. All right, sweet. So I just ran into Jeremiah Wood from Trapping Today, one of the channels that I subscribe to. He's got an awesome trapping channel. I've gone to it. I subscribe to it, and I put the notifications on. But I also go to it to learn. Like, man, I had to learn about these new rules and new boxes and everything like that. And he's pretty much the authority on that. But yeah, we're overlapping our trap lines. It was the coolest thing that the first thing we did, like when we met, because we've talked a little bit before, but never met, is we pull out our GPS devices to show where our traps are, where our lines are, and we can see, okay, shoot, we're overlapped here. It is what it is. But he's like, hey, I'm thinking about going in this area. Are you there? And I was there already. I'm there already right now. So he's like, all right, I won't go there. And then he's like, hey, are you in this area? And I'm like, no. And it was an area I was thinking about going, but I'm not going to go there because he's going to go there. So like, you could work together and still be competitive and still have just an awesome, honest trap line. And that's what we're doing. It's really, I'm happy that I'm trapping around someone who's honest and ethical, knows how to play the game. Is a lot different than a stranger or trapping like against someone who's not ethical, you know, or a thief. I've done that before, and it makes for a lot different. I'm still gonna be competitive. Like, I got literally like 6 or 8 boxes in the back that wouldn't be there if he wasn't trapping in this area, because I want to move those into better areas. We're overlapped here. I'm actually going to pull out of this area because you can't sell a half marten. There's no sense in splitting up the marten, and I want to be in areas that I don't have a lot of competition in, you know, and so I'm going to leave this area to him. He was super, super cool about one thing. Like, he's trapped this area for 8 years, and here I am moving in, and he, you know, he could have a lot different attitude, like, who the hell's this guy think he is? One of the guys that stole from me back in the old times, the first thing he said to me when he met me is, who the hell is Joe Holland from Jefferson, Maine? That was exactly his, I'll never forget it. And I said, well, it's me. But Jeremiah didn't take that attitude. You know, it was like, hey, we're trapping the same area. You know, let's work together and share info and stuff like that. So it's cool. I like that. A lot different. I got a lot of respect for him, you know, that not knowing him, that I didn't have earlier. Super cool. Great meeting on the trap line. We both talked for way more than we had time for, but I'm really looking forward to getting him on the channel this year and maybe do a collaboration. You know, let me know in the comments if you guys want to see like a collaboration where we ride a little bit of his trap line, ride a little bit of my trap line, talk about, or if I can get him over for like a dinner and we sit around the wood stove, get that thing cherry hot, and tell trapping stories, you know. So if you guys want to see something like that, let me know. If you guys have seen his channel before, let me know. If you're gonna go check out his channel, let us know. Yeah, I think that's cool. You know, I'm pretty excited, and I really respect how he handled me moving into his territory, because, like, I say his territory, it's no one's territory. Like, there aren't designated trap lines that you can buy or that you own like they have in Alaska or some spots in Canada. It's anyone's territory, but let's be honest, if he's trapping here 8 years and here I come moving in, you know, in a way I'm moving in on him. It's bound to happen, you know, and there's going to be other trappers here. I found someone else's trap, you know, on top of one of mine yesterday. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Let me know your thoughts on that whole situation, and I'll try to get him on film next time. I didn't shoot any film while we were talking. He was able to get a little bit, so you might see me on his channel and see how that interaction went. But it was pretty cool that the first thing we did was we pulled out our phone GPS devices and looked and saw like where each of us were overlapping and where we were planning on going. All right, this is a pretty awesome set. I made a catch here the first time through on this line, and I think I'm gonna pull it today because Jeremiah's gonna trap in this area, and I have no problem pulling out, you know, and leaving that to him. Like I said, I made a catch here earlier. It was a 220 box or a 160 box with a side entrance and a baffle. Yeah, there it is right there. Nothing. So, but whereas I already made a catch, I'll leave him some marten, and hopefully he can get some marten in here. Oh, hold on. Oh no, we've had activity. We have had activity. What do we have? What do we have? Haha! Marten, sweet. He got in there and got suitcased. Wow. Sweet, we got one. All right. Nice, first marten of the day, guys. I actually am pulling this trap. So I came in fully prepared to take my skunk back and my trap back. Yeah, so he's frozen. We're gonna have to actually thaw him out at the house or in the truck. All right, marten number 1 of the day. Pretty awesome right there. That was a set that Donnie and I made, and Donnie's gonna be pumped to hear that we caught one there. All right, we're gonna go pull another trap out of here, check it and pull it. This is one that Donnie absolutely hated because you guys you can never tell slope on camera, but this one is straight up a hill. That probably looks flat to you guys, but it was up the top of this ridge. Kind of worked a little harder than we needed to, but we'll see. I'll turn you back on so you don't have to listen to me suck wind the whole way up this hill when I get there. All right, let's get in there. All righty, beauty, absolute beauty of a marten. Freshly caught. Nice. Well, if you're pulling traps out of an area, there's nothing better than pulling them out with fur in them. Wow, big buck marten there. Giant. Look at that one, guys. What a beauty. Yep, nice one. Nice big marten there, guys. That's an XL. Beauty. Good colors on them. Nice throat patch. That's a big boy. Kind of a cool spot where we caught him with that root. This cubby set. Well, we got a great start to the morning trapping wise too. That's 2 marten in 5 traps, I believe. So it's time for breakfast. So for breakfast we eat eggs. So that's a chicken egg right there. Kind of a small one. I wouldn't call it small if I had to squeeze it out of my butt. I found that I don't really take a lot of time in the morning at camp other than to make a quick pot of coffee and pack up and get her going. So I've just been hard boiling like a dozen eggs at a time and then throw a couple in the truck each day and eat them on the road. They might taste like skunk or dead partridge or marten, but they still taste good. I was just thinking about how important specifics are with like my notes and trapping and breaking down trapping areas and where the fur is going to be and where it's going to be traveling, where it's going to be feeding, where it lives. It reminded me of specifics of a job interview I had one time where I went in and the lady said, you know, tell me something good about yourself, or what you're really good at. And I said, I am really fast at math, really fast. And she said, oh yeah? She said, what's 1,018 divided by 41? And I said, 88, just like that quick. And she was like, whoa, holy cow. And then she pulled out her calculator and she typed it in, and it was nowhere close. And she said, that's not even close. I said, yeah, but it was fast. This one's gonna make it for one more check after today. Hopefully it's got something in it today. I don't set many duds, but it kind of, I thought the woods were bigger here. So we'll see what's in it today. Oh, what the heck's going on? Nothing. Well, what is going on? Oh my friggin' word, guys. Oh, maybe it's not a dud. We got a fisher, and he got the partridge all the way out of the box. What is going on? Freaking dud, and look what we got. This is not a dud. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that fisher, guys. It's got into that little tiny box. Wow, it's a brute of an animal. Looks like a good catch. Yeah, we're golden. Look at that fisher, guys. Freaking awesome. Got a white spot down there for you, Skip. White spot there, a little bear. Awesome fisher right there, guys. Stretch it back out. Yeah, pretty awesome fisher. Female, which is probably what we're going to get a lot of on this trap line. Beautiful, beautiful pail. But that's my first good catch in one of Adam's boxes. So Adam, good job, buddy. You were right. Sweet. Sweet. Got a fisher. Man, am I excited. Nice female fisher right there, guys. All right, so 6 traps down. We got, whoa, that freaking trap just fired on its own. Man, that's not good. Good thing I was still here shooting video. All right, we're gonna reset it and give it a few minutes. Hopefully she doesn't go off on her own while we're down the road or whatever. That's weird. Both fisher came out of the same style of wood, so as I move traps and reset, I will definitely keep that in the back of my mind. A lot of what I do is gut feeling, you know, and if I'm feeling it, and gut feeling's all that really is. In truth, is just stuff that you've stored in your mind and memory. All right, we got activity. You guys are not gonna believe it. Holy crap. Wow. Back to back. This set is in a small piece of woods that I just fell in love with. And if I zoomed out on satellite, I probably wouldn't set it. But boots on the ground, I had to set it. Has everything that I love. Got big cedar, got tight woods, got rabbit cover, grouse cover, red squirrel cover, a swamp on one side and a hardwood ridge on the other. And look at what we got hanging out of this trap. That, my friend, I'm gonna say is either the longest tail on a pine marten or we got another fisher. Oh man, I was gonna actually pick up this trap, but I don't think I am now. Adam, your traps are working, buddy. 2 in a row. Oh yeah, and it's a nice one too. Look at that. Good catch right behind the ears. Adam wants a big black male fisher. I did not get it on this one, but this is my first catch, I think, in a Belle Isle trap, so that's pretty cool. When I set this trap, I was 1000% thinking fisher. A lot of people like to use trap setters on these Belle Isles because they're super strong and hard to set. But I just use my man card. Ow, they're gonna take it, my man card back. What do you think of that, guys? Another fisher. Pretty awesome. What a beautiful, beautiful critter right there. Look at how pale that is. Nice female, beautiful fisher. Did we get to the bait? Never even made it to the bait. Well, I was gonna pull this, but I can't pull it. You get one fisher, you should catch another. I had my doubts on these Belle Isle traps because of how narrow it is in between the two eye rings there, but I mean, it's a total quality trap, and I think it's going to deliver the best depth to critters out of all the traps that I own. So I think I'm going to look into getting some more Belle Isles this year, or definitely for next year. Awesome, having a monster day on the trap line today. That's the set for you. It's on a great big cedar log. It's up off the ground quite a bit because I'm kind of prepping for snow. I know this area in the elevation where I am gets huge snow. So rather than one day losing all my boxes underneath the snow and having to dig them all out, I've been making a lot of my sets up off the ground. You get a little bit better catches, I think, on the ground, but I've been setting them up off the ground to kind of safeguard for when that big snow comes. All my traps will still be active and they'll still be trapping, whereas if you get a foot or two of snow over these boxes that are on the ground, they're not going to be trapping anymore until you dig them out. Well, these are the right woods, I promise you that, guys. I'm in some woods now. Got a trap in here. I've checked it once and it had nothing, but one of these checks, we're gonna hit pay dirt on it. There it is right there. Super travel way. I fully expect a fisher and a marten here. What do we got? Oh, looks like activity, I think. Nope. Dang it. How could this not produce? Huh. I know I don't have a lot of time and it's late today, but I drove by this spot twice. It's just perfect for marten and fisher to come through. It's just beautiful woods. And I had to set a box here. I got so many boxes in the back of the truck for a different line I'm going to move to. But I'm going to try something different on this one. I'm going to leave the box at like a steep angle. You can't probably see it. Maybe if I go from the side. So they can still smell and see the bait in the back, but they're gonna have to go downhill, and downhill pretty fast to get through that trap. We're gonna try that, and then as I was setting it, I noticed on the ground over here, it looks like a piece of bone. Yep, it sure is. Got a rib and maybe a shoulder. So that's pretty neat. We'll leave that by the trap. Let's look around, see if we can find the rest of it. I'm guessing that's a moose. Another bone right here. Oh yeah, yep, that's a spine. Yep, there it is. So cool. It was a cow. Big dead cow. Pretty wild. It's been down for quite a while because there's nothing left on it for meat or anything. She's pretty green, so I'll bring that back to camp. That might look cool. Good fisher woods. Oh yeah. Yeah. Activity. Sweet. What's it gonna be? Yes. Pine marten. Nice. Good catch. Good catch. All right. Let's get this guy reset. Oh, nice big marten right there. That makes 3 for the day. Belle Isle trap. Belle Isle 120. They're no joke. Probably the hardest hitting one there is. Alright, there he is, guys. Marten number 3 for the day. What a beauty. Awesome. Huge orange throat patch on him. Second check on this one. So he wasn't in there the first time, but we got him. I'm in a kitchen here. Alright, let's go. Alright, brand new set. Just put this in last time in here. You guys are not gonna believe what I got. That looks like a big fisher. It's a fisher no matter what. Holy crap. Holy crap, guys. Whoa, yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. I don't know if I've ever caught 2 fish in one day before. And I got 3 today. This is crazy. That one's, oh yeah, it's a nice one. Got a white snatch on it and everything. Ugh. Right behind the ears, smacked him good. What an awesome catch. That's a beast right there. It's a male. It's a male, it's a big one. I don't know if it's black enough for Adam, but that's a big fisher in a little box. Look at that one, guys. Yes, 3 fisher in one day. Look at the teeth on that guy. Look at that face. He's a stone cold killer right there. Bear claws. Teeth. He's got some pale to him. I love that. What a freaking beauty. Look at that white patch right there. Oh my God. What? What? Holy crap. Unbelievable. Big white patch there. Got a white patch there. I'm blown away right now. I'm speechless, and that's a heavy fisher. That's a nice one. It's a lot of hard work on this trap line, guys, and when it works out like this, it's special. I can't believe that. That's awesome. Yes. It's unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. I'm so just grateful and pumped beyond words. Can't thank you guys enough for the support either, for the channel. But that's awesome. That is a big fisher for these fisher exclusion boxes. Look at that guy. He's over 10 pounds. Guys, I am so fired up over today. This is absolutely amazing. Never could have imagined getting 3 fisher on the day and 3 marten, and I still got a bunch of traps to check. I got a couple more I got to set. But what an absolute amazing day. Don't ever give up, guys. Like when I set these, it was cold, rainy, I was soaking wet and just working my absolute butt off. If that's the best advice I can give you, is always work harder. You know, work harder. Work smart, but work harder. You know, and if you're trapping against other guys and you're in an area where there's a lot of people, make sure you're trapping harder than they are. And if you're not around other people and you got the area all to yourself, well, challenge yourself. Work harder than yourself. Work harder every day. You know, if you set X amount yesterday, set X amount again. I'm running this trap line a lot different than I used to. It used to be, I would set a line and leave it. Let the fur come to me. But I've really learned what to look for. How they live, how they move, where they live, and I'm going after them. And it's a lot of hard work. Moving stuff and changing all the time, but it's been paying off. We got another catch here. Or we got activity. I shouldn't call it a catch till I look in there. Not a catch. We got either a misfire or just an empty. I shouldn't have said catch. See, that looks like a dry fire to me. I got a couple traps in that one brand it's this one that I just don't trust. I'm gonna try it again. I mean, the bait's not even touched at all. Looks like a complete dry fire. All right, guys, I got like maybe a half hour worth of daylight left and huge beaver flowage. And I got about maybe an hour and a half of trapping left to do just to check my sets. I gotta make like 3 sets on this road. I can't not set them. I'm coming in here anyway. I'm driving by incredible fur pockets. Gotta set them up, gotta work hard. So that ensures that I will definitely be checking traps in the dark today. I was just thinking about what it means to work hard and what hard work is, and just how lucky I was growing up to work for Wayne Cunningham. That's where I learned how to work hard and learned what hard work was. Wayne and Barbara own a dairy farm, and it was like, I think 4 miles from my house. I worked for them for 11 years, I think. And we milked cows and threw hay and spread manure and shoveled manure and did everything you could do with manure. And it was just one of the greatest experiences of my life was working on that farm. I learned everything. You know, I learned how to do everything, because on a farm, it's very, very little you hire out. I think the only thing I saw Wayne hire out in all those years was a diesel mechanic to come in and work on injectors. Otherwise, you know, tractors, you're learning how to change the oil, change front end, rear end, what starters, hydraulics, you know, carpentry. You're learning all your carpentry, doing it yourself. You're going to sawmills. You're, you know, basically learn how to do everything. And the other thing I guess he hired out a little bit, but not all the time, was veterinary work. You know, the other times we would do what we could. Oh, there goes a bird. Should I shoot him? Maybe I'll shoot that bird. You know what? I got 4 at home. I don't need it. I don't need that bird. We're gonna let him live. If he's here another day, we'll shoot him another day. I gotta start eating some birds, and we got a lot of food at home. So you got a free pass today, buddy. But anyway, so Wayne Cunningham's the hardest worker I've ever met, and I got to see it for 11 years. No days off, just incredibly hard work. And he just retired recently. Oh, well, I don't know if you call it retired or not when you still have cows, when you still own cattle. But most people retire like, what, 62 or 72 or 65 or 70 or something. When Wayne retired, they figured his knees were 204 years old. His back was like 105. His brain's probably 21 still, sharp as a tack. He's always had a 21-year-old brain. Just incredible, awesome work ethic that he taught me, that I bring into trapping or into hunting or into whatever you do, you know. And with cows, you've got to do it. There's no days off. There's no holidays. There's no, you know, cows still get milked on Christmas morning. Ice storm, you're still milking right through it. You know, you had a rough day or something bad happened in your life, you still got to go to work. So I learned just as much as I could from Wayne, and Wayne had the best work ethic of anyone I've ever met in my life. And you know, the old timers used to come down and see Wayne, you know, and that was old timers don't spend a lot of time with people they don't respect. So not only did he, you know, have a ton of respect, but he had it from people that didn't give it out very often. So you can always ask yourself, can I do better? Can I work harder? Can I do more? You know, without driving yourself crazy. Just be honest with yourself and be fair with yourself. And those are the questions I always ask myself, and I kind of learned it down there. And, you know, learning the art of observation was something that I learned on the farm too, and that's helped me immensely in life and immensely on the trap lines. All right, I just made 2 new sets. There's one right there, 120 up on a mossy log. Beautiful, beautiful Fisher and Marten Woods right here. Let's hope we snap one, guys. Next check will be in 3 days probably. I have 5 days, but I don't like leaving fur out that long if I catch one tonight. All right, it's I got 2 more road systems to hit, and it's pretty well dark. Legally, we got about 15 more minutes of hunting. GoPro brings in a lot of light. Always go back and look at footage at night or right before night. I'm always blown away with how much lighter it always looks than it really is. This one's one I got high hopes on. It's one of the most open sets I've made on a hardwood ridge. But it's got everything right. We'll see. Looking like not a thing. But nope, we've had contact. We've had activity. Nice. Looking like a pine marten a bit. Yes, sir. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. I knew this spot could produce. Oh yeah, beautiful. Beautiful big pale male. Sweet. Wow, what a day. That makes, I think, 4 of these and 3 Fisher so far. Nice marten right there, guys. Beauty. Sweet, sweet. I got one here. This was one that I just love this set. There's so many things right about it. It's a kitchen. It's a kitchen next to a travel way. So any Fisher, any marten coming through this big travel way behind me is definitely going to try to feed out in this hardwood ridge and a little bit open area. So got number 4 for the day. It's a staver. Nothing. Action. We've had action. Oh yeah, I see red fur already. Yes, another marten. Sweet. 5 for the day. Awesome. Suitcase. Another marten, guys. Beauty there. All right, let me get this reset. We're well past dark now, guys. I'm gonna stop walking so I don't run into anything. But we're well past legal hunting hours and well past dark. Temps dropping pretty good, starting to spit some snow. You're allowed to trap after dark. It's a great law because a lot of people still work, of course, day jobs, 9 to 5s, and want to run a trap line and run it after. And then you got fools like me who try to fit 2 days into one. So that's the beauty about having time after dark and these lights, but we still got a handful more traps to check. We're having an unbelievably epic day, big day for me. Stay tuned, there's more to come, I think. Oh, we got activity. Got activity. We had a miss here last time. I'm thinking it was a weasel last time. Let's see if we got that stinking weasel. That's exactly what we got. All right. Not a lot of trappers would say this, but I'm super happy I caught a weasel today, because that makes one of everything in the mustelids. And this guy robbed me last time, so I got him this time. There he is. Man, that almost took his head off. Little short tail, pretty white. He's at about 98%, I'd say. Okay, it's an hour after dark, and I'm still heading the wrong direction to get to home, to the cabin. I have one more road system to check. It's a fairly new road system. Well, I guess they all are to me, but this one I'd set up after I'd already got my sets in on this line. So I got one check on it 3 days ago and pulled 1 or 2 marten off of it. I gotta look at my notes. I think I have about 6 traps on it. So we're hoping for a couple more marten or a fisher or weasel, or I don't know. It's just been an amazing day. I can't ask for anything more. So stay tuned, guys. We're an hour into darkness already. Probably take me an hour to check these, I hope. And then we got like an hour and a half ride back. So it'll be a late night tonight. And I don't know if I'm gonna do some skinning tonight or if I'm gonna skin tomorrow. I don't have to check traps tomorrow. We can call it a day off, but there are no days off when you're running a serious long line like this. We're on some rabbit trails. There it is. There it is. We've had nothing. We'll love this one, but I'm not doing anything tonight. Ow. That sucked. Took a little header there. I think I'm still intact. Whew. All right. Right there. There's my blaze. That shows me where to go in. Right here. What? Nothing. I can't believe it. Huh. This one's a winner for sure. No, nothing. Weird. Let's see here. Nothing. Nope, nothing. Dang it. We're on a dry spell. Looks like... Oh, we got action. We got action. Looks like a weasel tail sticking out of there. We'll take any action we can get. Oh yeah, big weasel. Ah, short tail weasel. It made it into the bait. Sweet. All right. Yeah, that one's wicked brown. He's a short tail weasel. Pretty cool. About 50-50 on this guy. All right. Pretty awesome, guys. Another weasel. That's 2 weasels for the day. What a heck of a day. Amazing day. Thanks for coming along. All right, that's an energy dump right there, sitting down for the last time. Yeah, thanks for coming along. Really appreciate the support for the channel. I might keep this video going a little longer. Maybe I'll talk to you guys a little bit on the way home just to keep myself awake too. I'm 70 miles in on the truck. I did 14 miles on my boots today, so it was a big day. I am 14 hours into my day. I started pretty early this morning skinning marten that were frozen yesterday. So I was able to get them thawed out last night and skin them and put them up, and then turn the weasel and marten that I was able to skin yesterday. So early day as normal, but a long day. I usually don't go this late. I'm gonna probably take her easy. The younger version of me would be, you know, Dukes of Hazzard the whole way back, pedal to the metal, and just not good on the truck, not good on me, not good on for moose. I got to be careful with moose tonight because it's raining and it's dark, and sometimes you don't see them until you see their eyes reflecting, or until you see like the whites on their legs. Otherwise they're just a big black 1,000-pound animal standing in front of you. So the older version of me is gonna go home at a regular pace and take a good solid hour, radio off, and just really contemplate, think about how the day went, how the rest of the week is going to go, how I want the trap line to go, and just really take some good time to think and focus on what's in front of me. It's stuff I think about all day, but while I'm on the trap line, I'm really focused on the trap line. And now I have some time to think some bigger thoughts. There's a moose right in the middle of the road. I don't know if the headlights are picking it up or not. No, just go to the side. Just go to the side, buddy. Oh, go pee first. Tune in every night for a new episode from this wilderness trapline. The season keeps getting better and better. If you turn on your notifications for this channel after subscribing, you'll be the first to know every day when a new episode airs. Thanks for watching.